Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Now, the Tata Group purchased 470 aircrafts from the Airbus consortium in Europe and Boeing in the United States. Huge order, single largest aircraft order in the world. That's my topic number one. But what I'm going to discuss is not only the purchase and how it was bought and all of that, but what I'm also going to discuss are few conspiracy theories that are woven around this purchase. So let's talk about that. That's my topic number one. My topic number two is governor should not enter politics, says the Chief Justice of India. So correct. Let's get right into the show and discuss these two topics. So the Tata-owned Air India placed 2 mega orders on Tuesday, adding up to a staggering 470 aircrafts, like I told you. 250 planes with Europe's Airbus consortium and 220 with Boeing Company of the United States. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the largest order placed by an airline in one go anywhere in the world, beating the 211 order of American Airlines for a combined 460 aircrafts. So, the biggest order in the world. Very proud. As an Indian, I am very proud. And as India, we should be very proud that one of our companies went and did such a huge purchase. And also understand this purchase, which is slotted to be 70 to 80 billion dollars. 7,000 to 8,000 crores of dollars is what this purchase is worth. So this is fabulous because this has really boosted the economy of these countries. I mean, especially Europe, especially UK. It's actually boosted their economy. It'll get them a lot of employment because of this particular order. It'll get them a lot of employment. And so is the case with the United States. So both the President of United States and the Prime Minister of Britain has thanked India for such a large order. And also, in fact, I heard Prime Minister Sunak also spoke about how it will help them to gain more employment in the country there. So great, all good, fantastic. But there are 2 points I wanted to make on this particular subject. The first is that there is a conspiracy theory that you say this purchase was done and then BBC was raided. I find this conspiracy theory absolutely ridiculous. 2 reasons. One is this kind of deal, $70 billion, $70 to $80 billion deal doesn't happen like in 5 days and 6 days and all. It takes years to get these orders organized. You see, before you place the order, you have to plan what are you going to do with 470 aircrafts. Once you plan what you are going to do with these 470 aircrafts, then you have to figure out where are you going to park these 470 aircrafts in the country. Once you decided that you are going to park these 470 aircrafts in so-and-so hangars in the country, then you have to figure out which are the countries that are going to take you, which are the countries where you will get landing licenses to ensure that these 470 aircrafts are kept busy, then they fly. You have to identify the routes. You have to increase the number of sorties there. And therefore, you have to take those permissions from those aircrafts. You have to employ 470 aircrafts. You have to employ thousands of professionals, thousands and thousands of professionals, right from pilot to cabin crew to maintenance staff and so on and so forth. Your employment. So it's a large process. So it can't be that Tata today decides, kal wo raid karne aega BBC mein, okay, I will go and buy 470 aircrafts, Baba. It doesn't work that way. And to therefore link the both, I don't think it is logical. That being said, I think we are giving too much credit to the government. They are saying that they think so much. मुझे नहीं लगता है that it was a part of a big strategy and a diplomatic, it's a diplomatic mission and, we went and I don't think this government thinks like that. So I think we are giving too much credit to the government. Raid on BBC, to my mind, I have no proof to say, to my mind, has been a knee-jerk reaction. It is a knee-jerk reaction. You said something to me, I am going to do something back to you. This is exactly what happened. This is normally how we see this government functions with most of the media especially. This is how the government actually deals with the media. So that is what it is. But to link it with Air India, I think First, it is impractical and secondly, it doesn't work that way. Corporate purchases doesn't work that way. And thirdly, it is not Indian government's purchase. It is Air India's purchase, Baba. So, come on. I mean, they also had their own planning. They will first look at their business interest, not at, playing some revenge game for the government. It won't work that way. That's the point number one. Point number two, you see, while, like I said, every Indian should be very proud of this. I am proud of it. Absolutely. Indian government is also very proud of the fact that Indian company bought it. All that is good. But what are we getting in return as Indians? What are we getting in return? If the government, if the Prime Minister of UK and the President of United States is thanking our Prime Minister and the country, I want to ask, what is our government asking them in return? UK is not a poor country. America is not a poor country. Maybe now their GDP is little lesser than us, but they are not poor country. They are much richer country than we are. I wonder why didn't we not negotiate asking them, okay, bhai, listen, ye waqt par, this recession period, we are placing such a big order with you. Why don't you give us some kind of a preference for our goods and services? Why don't you give us some kind of a trade deal? Why don't you look at us for something that's happening in your country? Shouldn't there be a quid pro quo? Isn't that fair? You are not giving no aid to these countries and these countries doesn't need your aid. So then why isn't this opportunity actually translating into a trade benefit for us? Isn't that a very logical question? So while I am, like I told you, it's good that we are all taking credit for it. The government of India is taking credit for this deal. But what has the government of India done to ensure that this deal actually benefits the common man in India? To my mind, nothing. That said, congratulations Tata Group. You made India proud. Let's get into our next topic. Governors should not enter political arena. This is what the Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud said. Now, a constitutional bench led by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud made this oral remark when Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for the Maharashtra government, dwelt on how the Uddhav Thackeray faction of Shiv Sena had left the principled pre-poll alliance between BJP and the Shiv Sena to join the opportunistic post-poll alliance of the Maha Vikas Aghadi with Nationalist Congress Party and the Congress. Tushar Mehta, on behalf of the Governor of Maharashtra, said that here the leader took his table and went to the opposite party. People vote not for individuals, but an ideology and a political philosophy. This is what Tushar Mehta had said in the court on behalf of the Governor of Maharashtra. Now, to which Chief Justice Chandrachud intervened to ask Mr. Mehta, how can a governor be heard to say all this? On the formation of the government between the Shiv Sena and the Nationalist Congress Party and Congress and all that, how can the governor have anything to say on all this? The governor's role is when they form the government. The governor will ask them to have a trust vote. Governor should not enter the political arena. This is what the Chief Justice said. Now let us understand 2-3 points. Okay, absolutely correct. The governor is a constitutional position. What does a constitutional position mean? At least that is what it is supposed to mean. What it means right now is a huge question mark, but that is what it's supposed to mean. What is a constitutional position? A constitutional position is where you are apolitical. A Speaker of the Assembly, a Governor, the President, a Chief Justice of India. These are constitutional positions. They should be apolitical. They cannot be seen siding or they cannot be seen being part of the President of India, the Vice President of India, sorry, that I forgot. They cannot be seen as part of a political controversy, a part of playing politics of India. In fact, the Governor of Maharashtra resigned, Mr. Koshyari resigned saying that, I want to take retirement from politics. Are politics? You are the Governor of Maharashtra, Baba. What politics are you into? You are not supposed to be in politics. You retired from politics, therefore you are the Governor. So he himself in some way, maybe slip of tongue, they say a slip of tongue is state of mind. So maybe that way, but he had mentioned that, I want to take retirement from politics. Anyway, so coming back to the topic at hand, you see, the point is, how can governor be involved in all this? Now, Tushar Mehta, on behalf of the government of Maharashtra and the governor of Maharashtra, he said that, here the leader took his table and went to the opposite party. What he meant is, Uddhav Thackeray took Shiv Sena and went to the opposition party. What he meant is, Uddhav Thackeray took Shiv Sena and joined hands to make Mahavikas Aghadi, which is the combination of NCP and Congress. This is what he meant. He also said that people vote not individuals, but ideology and political philosophy. I completely agree to it. Tushar Mehta said that people do not vote for individual alone. They also vote for the political ideology and the philosophy. Correct. Absolutely correct. But then he is going against his own client, isn't he? Because, you see, before Mahavikas Aghadi took oath, and Uddhav Thackeray took oath on behalf of Mahavikas Aghadi as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis had taken oath on behalf of, with the alliance with NCP, the splinter group of NCP, that is Ajit Pawar and NCP. He had aligned with Ajit Pawar and took oath. So isn't that going against the ideology and philosophy and all of that? The voters, BJP voters voted against NCP, against Congress. So when Devendra Fadnavis, who first went and aligned with Ajit Pawar, when he went and aligned with Ajit Pawar, was it with the philosophical understanding and ideological understanding and all that? So how can it be that when he did it, it is right, and when somebody else does it, it is wrong? So that's a very weird point, which I just couldn't understand. And arguments can be made either ways. The point I wanted to make through this editorial, which I've been constantly making, is that if you misuse constitutional positions as favors or to please somebody or put somebody there so that, your political party gets benefited, like putting your own governor there to ensure that your political party is benefited, or putting somebody as governor to thank him or her for something that the person has done before, or putting a Chief Justice of India as an MP, if because of whatever, whatever gratitude you want to show him. I am not saying it was given because of any gratitude. I am saying it could be. That is all I am saying. It could be because of some gratitude that, you want to express to the person you are giving that position. Is this fair? What it does to the constitution, what it does to the country. Now, just before I end, I want to take you through the track record of the former Chief Justice of India, Mr. Ranjan Gogoi, his track record and his attendance in the Rajya Sabha, where he was nominated. He was gifted a ticket. He was gifted a seat in Rajya Sabha, and there I will show you his track record. Budget session 2020, which started off on the 31st of April 2020, ended on the 3rd of April 2020. There were a total of 34 sittings. The gentleman sat for 2 sittings. Out of 34, 2 sittings. Budget session 2021, starting 29th January to ending on the 25th of March 2021. There were a total of 33 sittings. Our gentleman sat for 1 sitting. Monsoon session 19th of July 2021 to 11th of August 2021. There were 17 sittings. Our man sat for 1. Winter session 29th November 2021 to 22nd December 2021, 18 sittings, and luckily our man sat for 7 out of the 18 sittings. Budget session 2022, that is 31st January 2022 to 8th April 2022, there were 29 sittings. Mr. Gogoi attended 7 sittings. Monsoon sessions 18 July 2022 to 8th August 2022, total number of sittings 16. Mr. Gogoi attended 6 sittings. Winter session 2022, 7th December 2022 to 23rd December 2022, 13 sittings. Gentlemen sat for 7 sitting. Budget session current, that is 31st January 2023 to 13th February 2023, and we will reconvene on the 13th of March 2023, there were 27 sittings. Our gentleman, Mr. Ranjan Gogoi, sat for 6 sittings. So I guess the best he could do was 7. And the average he is doing now, I guess after that first 2, 1 and all that, the average he is doing now is 6. So bhai, he has made up his mind, 6 maximum 7 ko aake baithega, isse zyada mere se nahi hoga. You know why I'm taking up this topic? I don't intend to criticize somebody. That's not my intention. The reason I say is, this is humiliating us. It is humiliating my democracy. It's humiliating that parliament. It is humiliating. You are taking a seat and he is not the only MP. Let me tell you that. He is not the only MP. There are some elected MPs also who does exactly the same. There are some other MPs in Rajya Sabha who does exactly the same. Some huge stars and cricketers and all also did the same. So I am not just blaming him, but the reason I am actually talking about him is because he was the custodian of my constitution. That's what hurts me. He was the Chief Justice of India. He was the custodian of my constitution. He's killing that same constitution by taking a membership seat and not attending Rajya Sabha. And making Rajya Sabha look so small, so insignificant. He doesn't have time for it. That's what hurts me. And that's why I thought I should bring this topic in front of you. That's my topic for today. Till I see you tomorrow at 10 p.m. Namaskar.